Once upon a time, two young boys were playing on a frozen lake. The ice was thin, but they didn't care. They were having too much fun racing each other. Suddenly, one of the boys lost his balance and fell through the ice into the freezing water below. His friend watched in horror as he struggled to stay afloat. Panicked, he ran to the edge, but it was too dangerous to get closer. He knew he had to act fast. He spotted a nearby tree and, with all his strength, snapped off a large branch. It was heavy, but he didn't hesitate. Holding the branch tightly, he rushed back to the hole in the ice and began smashing it over and over. The ice cracked and finally broke enough for him to pull his friend out. He dragged him to the shore and tried to warm him up. Soon, paramedics arrived and revived the boy. But they were baffled. One looked at the broken branch and asked, "How did he do it?" "That branch is huge. No one could break it like that." An old man, who had been quietly watching from a distance, stepped forward and smiled. "I can tell you how," he said. "There was no one around to tell him he couldn't." The paramedics were confused. "What do you mean?" they asked. The old man explained. "He didn't know it was impossible. He didn't listen to anyone telling him it couldn't be done, so he just did it. Sometimes the only thing that stops us is believing we can't." The paramedics thought about his words, and they realized the old man was right. It wasn't the size of the branch or the strength of the boy. It was his belief that he could save his friend that made all the difference. Sometimes, the only thing that stops us is the belief that we can't. If no one tells us we can't, we just keep going until we do it. If you find value in this story, please like, share, write a comment below, and follow for more meaningful tales.